Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. So this listener says, my Monday has started with my car not starting. I've smashed my back door window in a panic over the car carrying tools back and forth. Took half a day off of work to try and sort this out, so I'm losing half a day's wages. But finding a garage to collect my car is becoming more and more difficult. And to top it all off, my girlfriend of 9 years has just left me for another bloke she decided to tell me during this chaotic moment. It's midday on a Monday, and I've given up on life. I'm on my way to the pub to drown my sorrows and let tomorrow be the day to deal with all this bullshit. Have you guys ever had a day so bad where you think, what's the point? How can I get over this torment? Sorry for the rant. Fucking hell. What a bitch to fucking... Why choose that moment to do it?
Maybe they were having a row because he was stressing out, and then obviously she decided to take that opportunity to fucking say, see you later.
That's fucking crazy, man.
I'm a little bit more worried, like they normally say, bad things come in threes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They do.
I feel like
but he's had three, though, hasn't he? The car not starting, smashing the back door, and then the missus leaving.
Yeah, I suppose so, if you count the car thing as two separate things. And yeah,
Is it the back door to the house or the car?
I think to the house.
To the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of confusing.
Or did
Yeah, because you wouldn't say...
Yeah, that's fucking shit, man. Like, well, Mondays are Mondays. I don't think you... There's always bad days at work, so I wouldn't even worry about work when it comes to it. Charlotte's car broke down today.
Did it?
Shit,
Brand
yeah.
new one?
Yeah. And,
brand new? Has she got a new car?
well, it's 3 years old. Just under 3 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, decided not to work. We think it's the starter motor. But trying to get... Because for some reason her insurance doesn't cover... recovery, trying to get someone to recover it last minute on a Monday seems an impossible task. So, but I think it's one of those things. Car problems are car problems, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
you can't get over it. When Dan's car was written off by a fucking, what was it? A deer.
Crackhead Bambi.
Yeah.
Fucking prick.
The poor deer ruined Dan's
fucking
car.
Poor deer, man. If I wasn't going to work, man, I would have pulled over and fucking hunted that little bitch down. I hope it was like a child and its mum finds it like limping.
I was so, like, the way I just lined that up for me to just throw that and trigger you then, it's just fucking brilliant.
Actually,
I'm like
saying that, its dead body laid in the road for about 2 months. I purposely drove past it slowly so I could see it laying there.
Yeah, that's the statistics side of you.
That's the only way it made me feel better. I had to get a new fucking car. I'm now paying it off for 4 years. That car was paid up. Fucking prick. Fucking cunt in deers. Do you know the pheasants are back now? They're little bastards as well. Fucking pheasants.
But anyway, the point I was trying to make was...
What did you say, Joe?
Pheasants are kamikaze.
Yeah, mate, they're fucking stupid. They literally wait for you to come out.
Yeah, they look at you, they run.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I was driving to the shop that I used to run down by Enfield? I was driving there, yeah, and I didn't know, probably for like 3/4 of the journey, I had a pheasant in the front of my fucking bumper. And
I'm pretty sure it didn't know it was there either, because it's a fucking idiot.
It was still alive when I got there. And I got there, and it was only me and the baker opening up, and the baker was like a Sri Lankan woman, and she started screaming and crying. I was thinking, Jesus Christ, I've hit something. Then when I get out and the fucking thing, there's a blood trail all the way from like the country fucking lane, about 3 miles away.
Fucking hell.
and the fucking thing is just like sitting there like panicking in the fucking like going like mental in the fucking bumper like that. And I was thinking, Jesus.
There was
They're like stupid chickens. If a chicken could get more stupid, it'd be a pheasant.
I had one time where I was driving, so we were around a friend's house having a gathering, but I wasn't drinking, so they were, we need some more beers and stuff. So I said, don't worry, I'll go to the shop. So went to the shop with my friend, and as we were driving back, this was like a little suburb area anyway, so it was all houses and stuff. Driving down the road, headlights, all of a sudden, just see this fox in the middle of the road, and I swear to God, me and the fox made full eye contact, and he just closed his eyes and just embraced it, and all you just heard was this donk.
Oh, poor fox.
I was absolutely devastated. But when I looked back in the rear view, I couldn't see it. Checked under the car, couldn't see a body or anything. I was like, oh my God, was that a ghost?
Maybe.
Fucking animals, man.
But
He sits there, poor fox.
but yeah, it sounds like this guy's got things coming freeze, and it's horrific, to be honest.
Mm.
Best thing you can do is just like take yourself to the pub, have a few bevs, chalk it up to a really bad experience, and figure it out the next day. Yeah, it's awful.
I do things by like, so like I would go to the pub like he's doing, and say do it tomorrow, and then I'd get my car fixed, and then deal with the woman, because you need your car to get to work, right?
And what we talked about that other email, I said block and delete her. The one who left her after his car wouldn't start.
Yeah. You say block and delete?
I said block and delete, yeah.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it. I had a mate in work where I used to work in the plastics factory, Mick Dimmock. And he said to me, my house could burn down and my wife could leave me. But if my car don't fucking start in the morning, he goes, I lose it.
There is nothing more frustrating, man. It's like with this, like when we're doing the podcast, when the computer decides to stop working on you, it's nothing enrages me more. I'm like, why? There's no reason for it. It just fucking doesn't want to work. It makes me go mental.
Technology just wants to screw you.
Hey?
Is that when you're editing or when you're doing the podcast?
Like there was one time, Joe. I have brought this up on the podcast, but I don't know whether I've said much about it. But I spent 2 hours editing an episode I've already edited.
Oh, you did talk about that, yeah.
I said that last week, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you done a whole podcast and you lost the recording, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, there was that one as well.
There was that one, and then there was one where we were doing a lot of time travel shit around one of my holidays, and I was in a rush before my holiday, and I was like, right, I need to edit this one. I'd already done it and uploaded it.
Yeah.
But then I went through the whole episode again, didn't realise, because obviously we talk about very similar stuff sometimes, and I re-edited the exact same fucking episode and was going to upload it again. Oh, thank you, Don. Thank you. Cheers. And re-uploaded the same episode again. And it was just like... I remember saying to Dan, like... And then Dan didn't get it straight away either. He was like, oh, there's a massive problem. And I was like, I've edited the same episode. And he was like, oh, don't worry, we could just do that on the next one. I was like, no, you don't get what I mean. I've edited an episode that's already up from like 2 months previously.
Fuck's sake. So we don't clean up everything anyway. So like our files and everything are just full of like old stuff.
Yeah, that's when I cleared my hard drive on my laptop because I just thought it would cause a fucking huge issue. So now every time I upload, I delete the episode.
Yeah, I do too. But that's just a crazy situation, man. Like I said, I would tackle the car first because the car's important for like work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know how to even deal with that woman. Like, what the fuck is going on there?
I would, as Joe said, block and delete. I wouldn't even deal with her. If she chose one of the worst opportunities to say she wants to leave you, that woman's not worth staying with. If they want to be, if you want to be in a relationship, you want to stick with someone through the hard times. And if she's
9 years is a
flaking
long
out when
time,
it's
though.
hard,
Yeah,
So-
9 years is a long time.
it is a long time.
Yeah.
For her to decide to say that over a day when something like that's happening to him, she obviously don't care about him.
It's weird.
It's like
Yeah.
well, instead of block and delete, sort your car out, sort out your window, your back door or whatever, and then go off and have a chat with her and say, can we meet up for a coffee or a chat and find out why she wants to leave after 9 years?
Yeah,
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's got to be something bigger than that.
yeah. But I mean, the car's the most. It sounds bad, but the car's the most important thing because that's your living.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I mean?
way to and for from work.
Yeah, so you can't bring up tomorrow and be like, I can't come in again to work because my missus left me and I haven't fixed my car yet. They don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
Exactly, and myself recently, I had an incident with my car. It's a brand new car, not even 24 hours old, and there was an incident where it ended up being damaged, and it's my dream car. I've never really. I always take care of my stuff, and when somebody else damages your stuff, it's not my livelihood, the car itself, but it's how I get to and from places, and I'm quite proud of it.
Yeah,
And that day, I was obviously the word inconsolable isn't like I was tearing or anything like that, but I was inconsolable. I was absolutely spitting feathers, and it that day it was really awful because me and my partner, we went out on a date, and she was just trying to make me feel a little bit better about things, and I got into a right deep hole that day. Probably the next 24 hours I just spent like not just strictly feeling sorry for myself, but like really angry, then I'd feel like I just really sad and stuff like that. And it's horrible.
Yeah.
But after taking a step back, thinking about it and, pulling myself together, like Dan said, you come up with the plan, get the car fixed, get the back door or back window fixed, then deal with this girl. Because like Dad said, 9 years is a lot of things to throw away on just like oh, by the way, you're having a really shit time. Have the rest of that. It's
Yeah.
just,
See you
yeah,
later.
it could have just been yeah, that's a good point. To be fair, it could have just been part of a. This guy was like flipping out, and
mhm,
she kicked off in that way.
mhm.
Yeah. So sounds like we've got a plan. So hopefully it goes better. Enjoy your drinking because you do
Yep.
need that after a fucking long
Oh
day,
man, yeah.
and just start again tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.